Thomas, you're on mute.
Was I on mute the whole time?
The whole time.
Oh my gosh, I hate this computer. All right, well, we're going to start over, y'all. That's probably why nobody nodded their head. So I'm assuming everybody can see the screen. Yeah. All right. So again, welcome to the City of Patterson, Ryan White HIV/AIDS Program, Clinical Quality Management Committee. Today is February the 14th, 2022. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. We appreciate you spending your day with us, and I hope everybody has an amazing day today. Today, a brief overview of the agenda. We will have a call to order and roll call, moment of silence, welcome and introductions, report and updates from the recipient's office. We'll do a presentation on quality improvement projects and discuss quality improvement project outcome data to be uploaded to Basecamp. We'll talk about review of the quality management plan in anticipation of the March 14th meeting. We'll talk about the next cycle of quality improvement projects, and then we'll receive updates from RDE, and then we will adjourn. All right, so we will start out with welcome and introductions. I am Thomas Rodriguez-Shucker with Collaborative Research. We are the consulting group who leads the CQM program. And then I have my two colleagues with me today. I have Derek Jackson.
I'm Derek Jackson, also at Collaborative Research.
And Clifford Barnett.
I'm Cliff Barnett, a consultant here at Collaborative Research. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, team. And then we'll move on to subrecipient introduction. So if, as we call the subrecipient, if you were with that subrecipient and you happen not to be the single point of contact, just still please announce yourself and let us know that you're here. All right, Bergen Family Center, Paula.
Good morning. Hi, everybody. It's Paula from Bergen Family Center.
Good morning.
Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Paula, and happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Anybody else with you today?
Roz is at the hospital, so when she gets
Okay.
back, she'll join.
No worries. Thank you. Buddies of New Jersey.
Good morning, it's Iris. I'm filling in for Abe and Carol today. Happy Valentine's Day.
Likewise. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. My computer is being very hard to get along with this one. All right. Capco.
Good morning and happy Valentine's Day as well. Nice day. I am filling in for Tisa Smith today. My name is Faustina Jones.
Great. Thank you, Faustina, for joining us today. Passaic Alliance.
Hi, I'm Darlene. Could you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Darlene.
Okay, I'm filling in for Grace, my coworker. I'm new with this, so please have some patience with me. I'm
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
do the
No
best I
problem.
can.
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Thank you for joining us.
And happy
Yes, ma'am.
Valentine's Day to everyone.
Same to you. Happy Valentine's Day. Hackensack Medical.
Hi, happy Valentine's Day. Donna's with a patient. She'll be in shortly. It's Irene.
Yep, no worries. Thank you, Miss Irene.
Thank you.
Hyacinth. Yes, anybody from Hyacinth? No one. Okay. Northeast New Jersey Legal, Mallory.
Good morning, everyone. This is Mallory Ware. I am the Development Manager at Northeast New Jersey Legal Services.
Great. Thank you for joining us. Anybody else with you?
Just myself.
All right, perfect. Patterson Counseling. All right. Patterson Department of Health. Payne. Roger. I don't see Roger. St. Joseph's. I don't think they have identified someone yet. St. Mary's, Priscilla.
Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. This is Priscilla Michella from St. Mary's. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for joining us, and happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Straight and Narrow, Miss Connie.
Hi, I'm Connie. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I'm not the specific person to contact. I'm just here. I usually sit in when Gloria come, but I'm just sitting here today. I love coming to the meeting.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you for joining us, and happy Valentine's Day to you as well.
Same to you.
You're welcome. And Team Management 2000. All right, and I saw Mr. Jerry Dillard. Jerry, would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
Hello, everyone. Jerry Dillard, Executive Director, CEO at CAPCO Resource Center, also the Chief Operating Officer at Payne.
Perfect, thank you. And then our partners at RDE, we have Robert.
Hello, it's Robert from RD.
Good morning. And Pakiana.
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Good
Asiana from
morning.
RD.
Thank you. Anyone else that we may have missed? All right. Well, hearing none, we will continue on with our presentation. So today officially ends our second cycle of quality improvement projects. And as we discussed last meeting, we are asking for everyone to please report out on your do, your study, and your act, and your data collection on your QIPs or quality improvement projects as we move forward. And so in the do section, you'll describe what happened when you ran your test and note any pertinent observations. And the study will ask you to compare the results from your test to the predictions that you made. And then act, describe the modifications to the plan and what you're going to do possibly next cycle to make it better. Again, we did ask everyone to please upload their quality improvement plan outcomes into Basecamp. I will say that at first look, unfortunately, it does not look like that happened. So I'll review really quickly, and it logged me out again, where that belongs in Basecamp. So when you log into Basecamp, you will not have all of these folders. You will see Bergen-Passaic CQM Clinical Quality Management Committee. You'll click in there, you'll go to Docs and Files, and then you'll see a section here that says Completed QIP Worksheets. Initial look, we have these worksheets completed. I do not see, there should be at least 14 in there. So please, by the end of today, if you could please upload those so that we would be able to review those quality improvement projects and be able to report that back to HRSA. Please keep in mind that this is a contractual obligation. This is not optional. You have to complete a quality improvement project at least twice in a measurement year. So please keep that in mind, that that is part of each subrecipient's contractual obligation and it is required. So just keeping that in mind. All right, and with that being said, we'll move back over to the PowerPoint presentation. And I will just use this list to kind of go through. I will stop sharing, and if anybody, that way we can see each other, and if anybody wants to share their screen, they're more than welcome to. But please, let's start with Bergen family. Paula. If we can talk about those four components, the do, study, act, and your data collection. You're on mute, Paula.
Sorry, can you come back to me? I'm still trying to find it on the screen. I can't even find what I uploaded.
All right. Let's move on to, my apologies. Buddies. So Iris?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't given that. Just here to take notes and give back, but I will let them know that we did not submit the QIP.
All right, thank you. Capco. Faustina or
Do you
Jerry?
know how to do screen share?
Just gonna read.
Okay.
1 second, please. I'm
Yes,
ready.
ma'am.
Give me 1 second.
You're
Good
on.
morning again, and thank you for your patience. I want to follow up with Grace. Like what Grace said, I am very new here, filling in for Tisa. Going forward, Tisa and I will work on this together, but I just want to share what we have thus far today. And Thomas, I'll make sure that we get it uploaded as you requested. Can everybody see and hear me?
Yes.
You can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so you see our see the form? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay, I'll just go through it briefly. Here we are, our objective is to implement a change. And our plan is that each staff member will receive on a monthly basis a report that will include all clients serviced for the month. And our staff here will work as a team to update the CD4 and the viral load for each client seen that month. And to make it feasible, staff will complete up to 50% of the report by the 20th, and we'll make sure the balance is done by end of month, the 30th. What data collection plan here, we will do a percent of the viral suppression and percent of the CD4 counts entered into E2. The case managers will be responsible for collecting the data. And as you can see here, the collection will take place the 10th of each month. How will the data and the measure or the observation be collected? We will look at the CSS extract report for the data of the viral load and CD4 data entered into E2, and we will look at care continuum dashboards to determine the percent of the clients who are virally suppressed. If the data is not being entered, we will consider an additional reminder system to prompt case managers to enter data as scheduled. And under our due, the case managers will be reminded on a monthly basis.
Okay, and so this is the section we definitely want to talk more about. Can you expand upon how the project worked? Like what activities or observations did y'all make? Because this is the do, study, and act are the three last questions after everything has taken place. What kind of observations did you have about how you instituted or incorporated this quality improvement project into your daily activities?
So Faustina, you can read that outcome sheet that I gave you. That's the sheet.
Okay. Well, what CAPCO wanted to see the difference between our previous efforts compared to our current. So what we did was we looked at the continuum care dashboard from 3/1 of 22 to 12/31 of 22 and compared it to the end of the year from 10/1 through 12/31. And what we found was, you want me to give the results or did you just
Yes,
want to
ma'am,
hear
that's
it?
fine.
Okay. And what we found were that from 3/1 to end of year 12/31, there were 157 persons with HIV serviced. 120, which turns out to be 76% persons with HIV were virally suppressed. And that was from 3/1 to 12/1. And then we looked from 10/1 to 12/31, 112 persons were serviced. 97 persons were HIV virally suppressed, and they gave us an 87% total there.
Awesome.
So 87% of that, right, which was good, which was really good.
Great job. Great job.
Okay, and this indicates that what we're doing is working, because you can see based on the documented viral load suppression rate has increased.
Very good. Perfect.
Thank
And
you.
you're welcome. And what is your plan for next cycle? Are y'all going to adopt that process change? Or do you need to make some like minor tweaks and adjustments to it to increase it even more? Like, what are your thought processes on that?
We're gonna keep doing what we're doing.
We're doing.
Hey, it seems to be
It's
working, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
so
it's
yeah, we're
working.
gonna keep doing what we're doing, and we're looking at telephone reminders
Okay.
to have that set within the telephone reminder on those 2 data points. So for the 10th, which is when we collect the data, and then for the, I think it was the 20th, we said, Faustina,
Yes.
the 20th, for them to check that they're inputting and then check it again at the end of the month to make sure that it's increasing from the 20th from each data monitoring point.
At which time we plan to be at least halfway. So it'll work. It's working.
That's awesome. I mean, that's a really good improvement. So great job to Capco and your team. So great job. All right. Next, Passaic Alliance. Miss Grace, do you have outcomes to present today? I mean, it's not Miss Grace. It was
Great.
sorry, Darlene.
Darlene.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Grace is not here today, so I'm here for her.
Yes, ma'am.
Our paperwork is completed and she did email it to you guys, but I can't go in and get it to read it off, but she did leave me a brief summary of what the viral suppression rate plan summary. She did leave me a note of what she wants me to read off to you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, like I said, this is my first time, so I'm a little nervous, but I'm gonna do the best I can.
No worries. I'm going to download the form that she uploaded, and I'm going to see if I can share it, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. You have the floor. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the viral load suppression rate plan summary. Phone calls were made and letters were sent to our clients requesting current blood work and verification of being in care. Clients were reminded every 2 weeks by telephone regarding their needs to come into the office to provide current labs. Clients were also reminded of the importance of keeping their vital load suppressed. For those few clients who did not comply, or those who were not in care, phone calls were continued to be made and letters were sent out. Once appointments were made, those clients who did not have current release of information on file had to update their paperwork. Most of our clients were complied and our vital load suppression rate increased. The tests were run and the numbers increased on a monthly basis. The problems noted. A few of our clients were not engaged in care. Telephones were attempted and these clients did not return our calls or respond to the letters that were sent. When it comes to the E2 system, recent labs were not being posted in a timely manner. We are currently working with the clinics regarding these issues. 2 of our clients' vital loads remain high due to activities that affect their vital load suppression rate negatively. We are currently working with these clients in hopes of gaining positive results. Overall, it appears that our clients turned out better than we expected. Most clients were engaged in treatment and willing to provide current labs and seem to be engaged in treatment. For those who were not, we will continue to encourage and remind them of the importance of taking their medication, keeping doctor's appointment, and reminding engagement in treatment. We are thinking about providing intensive that will help engage those clients who are not in care. The vital load suppression increase rate, baseline is 62% in August, 68, September 79, September and October, both is 79%. November is 84% and December is 86%.
Awesome. So that sounds like y'all had a tremendous increase as well, from 63 all the way up to, what would you
86.
say? 86%. So that's
86.
That's awesome. Great job. Great job.
Okay.
Yep. what's your prediction for next year? Do you plan on continuing with those
Continuing, yes.
outcomes? Okay.
Yes.
Great job. All right. Thank you so much, Darlene.
Thank you. I hope I did well. I tried.
Yes, ma'am,
for
you did
Grace.
really good. So there was just one
Thank
comment
you.
I left Grace in Basecamp was that report, she should add that report to her outcomes in the one she uploaded because you gave a lot more detail. I really liked and enjoyed the outcomes and data that you presented today. So she should definitely add all of that to her report and re-upload.
Okay, noted.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Darlene. Great
Thank
job.
you.
You're welcome. All right. Next we have Hyacinth is not with us, Northeast New Jersey. Miss Mallory, are you prepared today to give an update on your QIP?
Yeah, I think about as prepared as I can be.
Right.
So initially we had set a goal of achieving a viral load suppression rate of 75%. We were not able to meet that number. We actually reached 50%. In August, we were at 53%. The number had decreased between August and November due to some clients coming in and being out of care, but then the number was actually able to increase slightly, leaving us at 50% for the full period that we were assessing. We did notice gaps in our services. Our biggest battle thus far has really been getting clients to sign the forms for us. A lot of clients come to us and they feel that because we're legal services, they feel that they do not have to sign any medical related forms. They're traditionally resistant to providing us with their medical insurance information. But we've really been making a conscious effort to kind of remind the clients that this is critical to us, not just retaining the grant, but also to getting them into care and helping them retain care. So we've certainly gotten better at that. But right now our next focus going in the year ahead is going to be looping clients into care through the Care Continuum dashboard, NE2. We did find that we had 16 clients that were in care during the award period out of 24. But of those 16 clients, 8 of them were not retained in care throughout the time, which is why our viral load suppression rate was decreased. But just going forward again, we're hoping that we can just better train our staff. We have informed all of our attorneys that they really have to get client documents as soon as possible, as soon as they speak with the clients. And we're just going to be monitoring the dashboard going forward on a more continuous basis, and working on a plan to kind of loop clients into care.
All right, perfect. That sounds good. And if you don't mind, please make sure that y'all upload those to Basecamp as soon as you can. So thank you. Great job. I know maybe your prediction didn't happen like you wanted it to, but keep in mind don't throw the project away. Maybe just revamp it a little bit and try it again in your next QIP, okay?
Thank you.
Great job. Thank you. All right. Next we have, anybody from Patterson Counseling join us? I know some people hopped in and I may have missed it. Patterson Counseling. Anybody from Hyacinth? Okay. How about Patterson Department of Health? All right. I know Mr. Roger Lester said he is not ready today, so we may hear from him at the next meeting. Priscilla from St. Mary's. Is she still with us?
Hi, how are you? I'm so
There you
sorry.
are. Yes.
You know what? I'm having a problem uploading or using, but I do have it. I could try to share my screen. I was just trying to.
Sure, no problem.
I don't use Zoom much, so we use Teams. So hold on, bear with me.
No worries.
Where is the button? Oh, there we go. Are you able to see my screen?
Not yet. No, ma'am.
Share screen. Okay. How about now? No?
No, ma'am, not yet. No worries. If you don't, oh, there you go.
I hit share, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so our project was the PDSA viral load suppression to try to increase it to 92% by.
Sorry to interrupt you really quickly. All we can see, all I can see is a caduceus and just the icon.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Screen 2, maybe? How about now?
Oh, there you are. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the project was to increase it to 92% by the end of this month. I guess it was, that's how we originally had it. I know the project had it through December. So we did, I'm sorry, let me get to the bottom. So we did have our baseline as 88.6%. And then we did actually make it up to 94% in September. Yay. But unfortunately, it fluctuated back down a little. You know, it went up a little, then it went down, and in December it went down. I believe it's up in January, it was up to 88.2%. So we're climbing back again. And I'm thinking that we found some patients that had returned, especially toward the end of that month, and the viral loads were high. So we're just trying to make sure that we get them if we see their labs where they're detectable. We try to conference with the doctor, and the doctor reviews it. They review with the patient, adherence, how they've been doing in terms of taking the meds, what kind of things we can signal to see if they're having difficulty, you know, missing any doses, forgetting to take their meds. We have contacted the pharmacy at some point to help them with any kind of like, we have given pill boxes, I should say. We've also contacted the pharmacy to do those pouches, the pill pouches for some that have forgotten to take their meds to try to increase their adherence. With one patient, we did speak with the family and tried to get the family to be on board with reminders for the patients. So we just have to try to keep monitoring that and try to get it as soon as we get the labs to make sure that we consult with the doctor, and the doctor can review the situation. The doctor has in fact ordered, you know, maybe changed the med on one or two, but we found that a few of them are just coming and their viral loads are higher. So then we have to almost start from the beginning with them again. So we'll just continue to monitor the labs. The few of them have missed their appointments or they don't come in on time. So we just send letters out. I think we'll just keep trying to do what we've been doing, and tweak it a little, of course. That's about it.
All right, great job. And you know, I think you bring up a really good point, especially for our medical providers and all of our service providers, that keep in mind that your viral load suppression rate is definitely contingent upon those you're serving. So if you have an influx of newly diagnosed to return to care who have maybe not been in care for a while, it will definitely drop your percentage rate. So
yeah,
again, we don't see that as a failure. That is just making sure that if y'all are identifying what that issue is and how to address that issue, and which would be, you know, get them on meds and get them back in care, or get them on meds and get them started into care, and review that.
Right.
So great job.
Yeah, it can get a little frustrating to see the numbers, but to be able to drill down and to see why, or, you know, why it's happening, or who the patients are, makes it a little bit easier if we can explain what's going on. And then the old-fashioned phone calls and letters do help. So we try to just keep on top of everything. I think that'll help. So
yes, ma'am, I agree.
I can send this to you. I'll try again to go on
Sure, you can just email it to me and I can I can put it in the base cam for you.
Okay. And how do I unshare?
I got you. I already did it for you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, you're welcome. And so, you know, one thing that Priscilla just brought up is that recognizing process improvements and recognizing what is making a change in your percentages, right? And that's the most important part about quality improvement. It's not necessarily breaching or meeting your goals or exceeding your goals. While that's a great kudos to ourselves for doing so, it's really looking at the data and finding out what is impacting our data and how can we make process improvement changes to in response to those impacts, right? While we all would love to be at 100% viral suppression rate, just understanding how we get there is the important part about quality improvement. So great job. Thank you, Priscilla, for that as well. You're welcome. All right. And Miss Connie let us know that Gloria is out today, and she is the person who typically does quality improvement. So we do not have a presentation from Straight and Narrow. And I just want to check one more time to see if anybody from Team Management 2000 joined us. All right. Anybody from St. Joseph's? I'm just going to go back through. Patterson Health Department, Patterson Counseling, Hyacinth. And now let's circle back to Miss Paula. Miss Paula?
Hi, sorry about that. Thomas, I don't know if you could see mine got uploaded, but I can't find it. I do have the printed out one that I could share just verbally.
Oh, that's fine. I can look now, Miss Paula, to see if it's in there. Oops, let's see. So Patterson Counseling, I see Patterson Counseling's in there. North New Jersey Legal. Let's see. Miss Grace Jones is in here. And let's see what this one is. This one is Miss Donna's. I see Miss Donna's. Oh, I skipped over Hackensack. So we'll come back to Hackensack.
That's only because I just finished with my patient, so.
Oh, I actually skipped over you, actually, Miss Donna. My apologies.
It's okay, it's okay.
So Miss Paula, I do not see yours uploaded in here.
Okay, I'll just tell you about it and I'll figure out a way to upload it later.
Sounds good, thank you.
Miss Donna.
So our Bergen family by 2/28/23, our goal was to achieve a viral load suppression rate of 91%. Our overview, identify HIV clients who are not virally suppressed and engage them in obtaining an undetectable viral load. Reinforce the importance of continued medication compliance for HIV positive clients who are already virally suppressed to maintain optimal health. Our prediction, an increase in viral load suppression is expected. However, because the majority of our clients are newly diagnosed or being re-engaged in care, there will be a month or two before even a compliant HIV positive client will become virally suppressed. And what happened? The baseline number included some outreach to people who tested HIV negative. So we just focused our quality improvement on our mental health and EIS clients. And compared to our prediction, BFC achieved a goal of 91% virally suppressed. However, the data was showing three clients who were not virally suppressed, but when I looked back, one of them should have been virally suppressed. And I was reaching out to RDE for help on that. And it turns out when I entered the January viral load, I put 2022 instead of 2023. Dumb mistake, but figured it out and we were able, now we're at 94% virally suppressed. So really happy about that. And we found the tool very useful because we're able to really just identify the specific clients that were not virally suppressed and, you know, kind of focus in on that more.
All right, awesome. And what kind of observations did you make that you might utilize going into this next quality improvement process? Are you going to keep the current project and make some tweaks to it, or are you going to kind of revamp the entire thing?
I think we will continue to do what we're doing. I don't know if we want to add something else. I have to give it some thought. But
okay, great.
I'm really happy with these numbers, but I know depending on, you know, how many new clients at the moment, it's gonna effective.
Yes, ma'am. And I agree. Great job on your numbers. And I think, again, the big takeaway here is that you're learning what's making your numbers fluctuate. You're
Right.
able to identify those processes and, make some tweaks to it to figure out what's going on. I think a huge takeaway is, human error. And oops, I accidentally put 2022 instead of 2023. So that tells us that you're looking at your data, you know what your data is, and you're able to modify that, on the swing, whatever happens with that. So great job, Paula. And
Thank
great
you.
job to your team and that quality improvement process. All right, and Miss Donna and Miss Irene, you are up.
Hi, okay. So, let me just go to my original. So the original was, there was a problem, and to have the HIV positive client comply with their heart medication regime, which will virally suppress the client. And the aim was by December of 2022, there will be an increase in viral load suppression on the care continuum dashboard to 92%. Then the rationale to assist the HIV client with maintaining an undetectable viral load to prevent opportunistic infections and transmission of the virus. And basically, what ended up happening is when I did all the numbers, in August, we made it to 93%. In September, it was 85%. In October, 85%. November, 80%. And then December, it was 91%. But I decided, because all of our new patients really skewed those percentages, that I would do it on my own, what they would be if it was just the patients that we've been, working with and doing all of our, PDSA plan. And so like in August, it went from 93% to 96.6% of our patients are virally following what they should be. And in September, there was 85%, but it went to 92.5% once I took, again, I feel like the new patients who are not virally suppressed, and we find out that they are HIV positive, kind of skew our results. And then in October, 85% went to 93.9%. November it went from 80 to 90%. And then in December, it went from 91% to 96.8% without having those new non-virally suppressed patients. There were some patients that we've had for a while, so that's why we didn't get 100% on any of our results. But I really feel I feel we're being very productive and we're being very persistent. And I think we should continue what we're doing, because as far as I'm concerned, the results are very positive.
Great job, Miss Donna, Miss Irene.
Thank you.
Again, you identified those areas that may help, well, not may help, that may impact the
Yes.
fluctuation of your viral load suppression. So again, I think it's very apparent you know your data, and we're very excited to see what happens in your next quality improvement project. And great job. So again, everybody seems to really being able to learn the data out of the eCompass system and what's impacting that data, and how to make changes to do a positive result or positive improvement project on that. So great job. I'm very impressed. I can't wait till the next QIP. I think the next QIP, when we talk about it here in a second, we're going to do one more round of viral load suppression and data. And then I think we will be able to turn everybody loose on identifying another area within your continuum of care of how you would like to make a process improvement. And maybe for some of our medical providers, that might be a particular vaccination, a particular immunization, something of that nature. I think some other areas that we could look at is retention and linkage to care. For instance, like how, do a baseline on how long does it take somebody who's newly diagnosed coming into case management to become virally suppressed. And let's see if we can start making some process improvements on, diminishing the amount of time between, becoming diagnosed to viral suppression rates. So again, great job, everyone. I'm very impressed with all of the projects that you all have done. And it speaks volumes to how well you're getting it done. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Any questions about the report outs? All right, so again, we'll make some announcements and excuse me, we'll make some announcements in Basecamp and some emails, and we will send out the new worksheets. We will kick off those projects starting in April. Oh, well, I got ahead of myself. Let's go here then, and we'll come back to that slide. I'm not sure which screen everybody's seeing. Can everybody see the review CQM plan?
We're seeing slide 7.
Yes, I see review CQM plan.
Okay, perfect. All right. All right, so what we'll do next, again, we'll start that whole cycle over in April. That will give everybody March to kind of think about things and get, start working on filling out your worksheets. And then April, we'll do our first presentation on what our new quality improvement projects are. Again, we want to make sure that we want to stick to doing another viral load suppression and data component. So again, using our care continuum dashboards, that's what everybody's project's going to be, to look at viral load suppression and how that data is being entered. Prior to next meeting today, I will send out an email for everybody to look at the current CQM plan. We are required to look at that at least twice a year for updates, and that will be at the beginning of each of our quality improvement project sessions. Just to make sure that all of our data is up to date, we don't need any drastic changes. After the next cycle, we will need an update, because then what we're going to do is we're going to look at 2 separate projects. So the recipient's office will be running a quality improvement project for the entire jurisdiction, and then each of our subrecipients will be assigning their own. So we will have to have an update to our quality improvement project around September and October to finish off the cycle for the year. So again, we'll send that out for everybody to review. If you can come to the March meeting with questions, concerns, updates in reference to the plan, as well as any questions you may have about your next QIP cycle, which will start in April. Any questions about QIPs or the quality management plan? All right, I will stop sharing from here and turn it over to RDE. Pasiana or Robert, any updates?
No major updates on our side, just that RSR 2022 is available on the production site if you haven't seen it already, so you can check it out and review any errors or warnings, make those corrections. But yeah, no other updates on our side.
All right, great. Thank you, sir. And then as a reminder, our next CQM committee meeting will be March the 14th. And remember, February and March calendar looks the exact same. So it'll be Tuesday, March the 14th at 11 a.m. And if there are no further questions, we will conclude the meeting today. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you spending your Valentine's Day hour with us. So we hope everybody has an amazing rest of your day, and happy Valentine's Day. And thanks for joining us.
Happy grant writing.
Thank you. Happy
And that too.
Valentine's Day.
Thank you.